ready for the goddesses?
You ready?
Hello, I'm Vera. I'm the founder of Breast Cancer Goddess.
This is how we do it.
Somebody here can show you how to.
And this is our second retreat, our second healing retreat. And every retreat is a learning experience. It's a mental learning experience. It's a physical learning experience. It's a spiritual learning experience. And the first time I did the retreat, it's all learning, as you go along. And my motto was, don't tell them, show them. So it was everything that I wanted in a retreat. And it was healthy food, it was healing, it was connection, but it was also setting it back into the 90s. We rented a house and outfitted everything as if it were the 90s, which is the research of Dr. Ellen Langer at Harvard, who I work with and I'm learning from. And this is 45 years of research that shows that where you put the mind, the body follows. So that's why we set it in the 90s, because this is before the women had cancer, and this is before Google, and we're upping the ante of that now. And when they first get here, we have them check in their phones. Like, I used to be a high school teacher, and I used to have my students like check in their phones and then give it to them after class, because it's so addictive. Like everything else, like drugs, like whatever, flour, sugar, it's another addiction. So we have them check their phones. And of course, some women were a little bit uncomfortable with that, but that's part of the journey of bringing it back to the 90s. Also for your own self, to just not have something all the time that you have to look at, And that's the way I went through high school and through college. I didn't have that constant distraction.
Yeah, this is what it looked like. And you would call somebody from a payphone, and you put a money in, and sometimes you would get them and sometimes you wouldn't. It was kind of the luck of the draw if they were home.
Right, and you kind of had to be intentional about that phone call, because first of all, you have to put money in, you have to think about it.
Hello. Yeah. Hello. 1990s is calling her. Okay. Yeah. So I'm so grateful to have this experience a part of our retreats, and it's a really important part of why we set in the 90s and the 80s and maybe in the 70s. But I think, the 90s, I'm going to stick with the 90s. Yeah, for now.
Yes.
I have made a bit of a mess.
Hi! I'm super excited. This is our second retreat. And I'm just putting up some posters. I had this at the first retreat, and I got some new posters. But you know what? Ay caramba! I forgot to get the sound bowls for the sound bath tonight. I'm picking them up from Rwanda, and I also lost my wallet. So things are just going great. Luckily, I didn't have any money in there because I never carry cash with me. That's just how I roll. Nope, never carry cash. Always lose it.
I'm very grateful for these women who have made it here and have come, but I'm also figuring out ways that I can create an income for myself as well, because right now I'm just even, right? It's like everything I don't get donated, it goes right into our retreats and our programming and everything like that. So I'd like to be in a place where my family is financially abundant as well. And I'm finding ways to do that. It's not going to be pole dancing or selling my body, which I wanted to do to fund this venture. I'm going to try to find better ways to do that utilize my skills. I have a lot of skills. I think that the pole dancing idea was outlandish, and it got people really concerned. But I'm someone who just comes up, with these things that I want to do, and then I just do it, and then I either want to continue doing it or I don't want to. So I could have done it one night and then been like, not for me. But my friends and family were like, no.
There's me teaching. I just love teaching. So more teaching, more running retreats, more healing for me and for everybody that I'm connected to, and that's what I continue to want to do with what we're doing, essentially.
And then, just my work, continued to work with the Harvard professor, Dr. Ellen Langer, and the Mindfulness Lab, and to try to bring mindfulness to ideally other communities like UMass Dartmouth and other places that I would like to have like a satellite community there focused on mindfulness and basically nutrition, prevention, healing, all that sort of stuff. And our retreat center, of course. And I want to have it to be Harvard affiliated as well. And then this is like my vision for our outdoor retreat center with the, you guys saw it today. Mm-hmm. And it's sort of, more planned out, like gardens and, just a healing retreat in the city. That's what I want. I want a healing retreat in the city, and I want to decorate it, and I love intricate and cool wallpaper, and I love design. I love fashion, I love design, so just continuing to look for these beautiful objects. I mean, that to me is like, I love this. And again, like, I love the fire pits. I can see us all like the fire pit with Maria and her drums, I want it. So it's really just focused on the nonprofit. To host these events, it costs money. You need money. You need money to have the house, right? You need at least 7 bedrooms, 8 bedrooms. You need to pay the facilitators, and every facilitator has their price. And then you have food, so it's a big expenditure. It looks like, oh, we're healing. Yes, but as the founder and the person who's, signing the checks, we need more abundance. We need more abundance to keep putting on these events, and then put on events that are not retreats, that everybody needs healing. Everybody needs what we have to offer. The facilitators that I'm bringing together that are just so well heated. They're so well versed in their craft. We have someone coming today who's teaching about art. This is the stuff I love. I'm forever a student. I'm forever in college. That's my happy place.
Never stop learning.
Never stop learning. And I said, I just want to keep creating this forum for healing and retreats and understanding regarding mindfulness and what does that mean. And there's so many different places where we can practice mindfulness. And I love that India is bringing us to be mindful about art. And it's not something I'm intuitively interested in or focus on, but I'm glad that she's bringing this to us so then we can say, oh, okay, well, let's stare at this painting, because we go to museums and it's like this painting and this painting. And I just went to the Guggenheim and it was like this art and this art. It's hard to digest because it's so beautiful to look at one piece and really look at it. And I said, I love mindfulness and art. Mindfulness. And I said, continue to connect with women, because that's what they're doing. They're connecting. We're connecting. And I think that's why it was intentionally that you brought this piece, and bringing women together for healing. And the animals are watching, and God is watching, because the animals are God. And embrace your sisters. So I'm glad you brought this piece. I think it's really apropos for what we're doing here. So thank you. And we had someone last night doing meditation. We did a yoga nidra, and she did sound bowls, and I did the speaking part. And then we had someone this morning lead us through a deep stretch and spiritual experience. And so this is really powerful work. And the food that we're serving, I've gone on retreats, breast cancer retreats before, and the food, there's not an attention to nutrition, but nutrition is so important. It's so important. So we have an incredible chef who has brought us tons of produce from her work, and fresh food and healthy food. Basically no flour or processed sugar. If God didn't grow it, we don't eat it here at our retreats. Yeah, I'm grateful that I don't have to do all the cooking this time. I did most of the cooking last time. Not all of it. I would say like 75%. And this time I only have to do maybe like 20% because our chef had to leave today. I'm going to end this by saying I'm really grateful to be here. I'm going to tell you about my outfit, okay? Does that work for you? Yes, okay. So I got my fanny pack, and this is something that this outfit I probably wear all the time. It's not just like a 90s thing. I just really like dressing this way. And so, but this is our breast cancer goddess shirt that soon we'll have available at some point. And then this is a Seiko watch. And this is I rocked this in the 90s. I got these glasses. I don't even know where I got them. I got them for myself, again, not for the 90s, just for myself. I have my wig from Amazon, which I love. I have my Tupac bandana. My friend Alessandra just gave me this sweater, which I love endlessly. It's like a piece of artwork. And of course we have the jeans. And these jeans are very well worn, and I love them. They're very grunge, very well worn. And I stick my biker shorts under them. So, because I don't think you want to see my butt like all like this, you know. Or maybe you do. I don't know. If you do, I got it. And I just got these posters. I'm so grateful because I didn't have enough posters. I had too many white boy bands, and so I wanted some white posters. But there's no boys to men. I gotta up my poster game. And so that's about it right now. But I love this one with Tupac just praying like this. So beautiful.
Oye, chicas, mira, escúchame, por favor. Este lugar es muy importante en mi vida porque es el edificio para mi retreat center.
Oh, okay.
En el futuro,
Sí.
posible. Espero, yo hablo con Dios porque yo quiero mucho.
Okay. So right now, this space up there was a studio, yoga studio, but right now they left. The yoga studio left, and there's someone renting until the end of the year. And then they said that it might be available. So I'm manifesting this as our first like headquarters of Breast Cancer Goddess, Abundant Life Stays, and all the things that we do, and then having a studio where we can have events and stuff. So it's right up there. This is an old bank, and the coffee, like even some of the stuff is in the bank. What is
Vault?
it? The vault.
Oh, wow, the
yeah,
vault?
The vault.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really cool. It's closed now, but it's a very, very cool space, and there'll be lots of. See, they took down. Yeah, but it's a great space, and we don't really even know what it is right now. It used to be Tai Chi. And I'm going to show you that the first thing I did when I was like, I'm going to make a nonprofit, it was like, I want to have the space I'm going to show you. And that was my first thing. I became obsessed with it. This is the space that I want to have our retreat center. It's been sitting like this for 5 years.
Oh.
And it's the old Somerville journal. The old Somerville journal, and so you can see the you can see up there. Yeah. The old Somerville journal was the old newspaper for Somerville.
Is it for sale?
No. And the owners just sitting on it and allowing it to just completely get destroyed. And it's a beautiful old building. And I'm doing my best.
They don't want to let it go?
I think they're sitting on it for tax purposes. I don't know because they don't communicate with me. But I've sent letters, I've called, I've done everything I can because it's such an amazing, beautiful space. So I'm manifesting, and then this is the outdoor area, and this in Somerville is like unheard of.
Yeah.
It's unheard of. You don't have this kind of access. But I'm seeing so much here. I'm seeing so much here.
They already have the string light, Vera.
Well, that's been there for 5 years.
That's insane. This is amazing.
I know, and it's sad. It's sad what they're, it's just, rat poo.
Right, look at this. Like,
I'm too busy being fabulous. I don't have time for that camera.
So I'm going to end with a little prayer of gratitude. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Ventura Sosa Fernandez.